biopiracy yesterday as a tool of protection of interests of ethnic groups. So the interest of ethnic groups, we can protect the interests of ethnic groups in four dimensions or four methods. One of the four methods is we have studied before yesterday. What is that? One of the four methods. What is the first one? What is the sharing of plant wealth or sharing of knowledge on plant wealth? And the second one is biopiracy. We have studied that yesterday. Today we are going to study about IPR. And the fourth one is TK. We will study in the next class. So the IPR, now we will see about IPR. What is IPR? The full form of IPR is intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights. So what are the intellectual property rights? So we will study by one, stepwise. The first one is what are intellectual property rights? Which rights comes under intellectual property rights? Which will comes under intellectual property rights? And what is the actual definition of intellectual property rights? And what is the relation between this traditional knowledge of tribal people and intellectual property rights? And what is the history and evolution of intellectual property rights in India? And what is the status of intellectual property rights in India? What is the use and what are the main objectives of intellectual property rights? Why should we adapt? Why should we follow the intellectual property rights? First of all, we shall go for what rights comes under intellectual property. Which type of rights comes under intellectual property? What kind of rights comes under intellectual property? If you see the first one, are you able to hear me? Or can I increase the voice volume? Is it audible to all? Is it audible to all? Say, okay, okay. Because anyone can respond when I ask any question. Any one of you can unmute and respond. Okay. Now you can see, for example, the patent rights which are created by himself, or the patent rights which are owned by himself. This is the first one, comes under IPR. I need not spell all the times intellectual property rights. I will spell only IPR. You know what is IPR? So the first one is the patents which are created by himself, by his own knowledge, by using his knowledge. It comes under IPR. And the second one, trademarks. They comes under trademarks. They comes under IPR. ISI marks. They comes under IPR. So trade names. They comes under trade names. They comes under IPR. They comes under IPR. Trade names. And also some arts. ARTS. Arts means kalalu. Arts. They may be handlooms or sculptures. Handlooms means చేనేతలు లేదా హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ అంటే చేనేతలు. ఆర్ స్కల్ప్చర్స్, you know, శిల్పాలు. ఆర్ ప్రిపరేషన్ ఆఫ్ టాయ్స్. which are created by themselves. They are only belongs to they are only belongs to their own knowledge. They all comes under IPR and own research publications. So research was done by a particular person and he has published. So this is also comes under IPR. It is his own publication. As I told you, some arts, for example, some dances, some music, some dances. You see, some dances, for example, Gossadi dance. These are also comes under arts. Gossadi dance is belongs to a tribal groups of Gonds. So this kind of Gossadi dance cannot be copied by any other tribal group or any other group of people. So this is their IPR, intellectual property right. For example, you can see from the first one what I told you, the patents, the patents which are created by himself. For example, some of the persons will get the patent on his own creation, on his own creation, or on his own rights, on his own rights. For example, recently, recently, one of the botany lecturer who belongs to our women's college, Dr. Seta Lakshmi Madam Garu, has got one patent on beetle piper. On beetle piper. You know what is beetle piper? సో తమలపాకు. సో ఈ తమలపాకుల పైన రీసెర్చ్ చేసి ఒక మేడం గారు ఆ తమలపాకుల్లో యాంటీ క్యాన్సర్ ఏజెంట్ ఉన్నదని తెలుసుకొని దాని మీద పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ తెచ్చుకున్నారు. పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ అంటే ఏమిటి? హక్కులు. వాటిపైన హక్కులు. అలా హక్కులు తెచ్చుకున్న తర్వాత అది ఇంకొకరు దాన్ని పబ్లిష్ చేయడానికి గానీ, అదే వర్క్ ఇంకొకరు చేయడానికి గానీ అవకాశం ఉండదు. సో ఇలాంటి పేటెంట్స్ అన్నీ కూడా పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఐపీఆర్లోకి వస్తాయి. అర్థమవుతుందా? తర్వాత ఏ వస్తాయని చెప్పాను? ట్రేడ్ మార్క్స్, హాల్ మార్క్స్, ఐఎస్ఆర్ మార్క్స్, కొన్ని మార్క్స్ ఉంటాయి. దట్ ఈస్ ట్రేడ్ అండ్ కామర్స్ గూడ్స్ పైన, ట్రేడ్ అండ్ కామర్స్ గూడ్స్ పైన కొన్ని మార్క్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో దిస్ మార్క్స్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి కాపీడ్ అవుట్, should not be copied out by any other agency. This is their own property. This is their own mark created by themselves. Created by themselves. For example, you know, very good example for this, these marks, rupees. So rupees is indicated by just like a small r. Now we are represented by the rupees as a small r and a bar on the head. So this is created by one Italian, some Italian. So this is his patent right. He has for which he will got the patent rights. So why we are all learning about these patent rights? The knowledge which is acquired by the tribal groups about plants and other natural resources which are present in and around at their habitations, that knowledge is owned by themselves, for which they will they will get the patent rights. If they get patent rights, there is no chance to copy out by anybody. When the tribal people has the patent rights on their own knowledge, they can export that knowledge and it will be support their economy and for their social development. Social development. So this own work or own contribution, are you able to understand me? Own work or own contribution on own creation. For example, toys. You can see the toys, normal toys. This is their own creation. కొండపల్లి టాయ్స్, కొండపల్లి బొమ్మలు అంటారు, నిర్మల్ టాయ్స్ అంటారు. దిస్ ఈజ్ దేర్ ఓన్ knowledge. It is by their creation. It is by their creation. And you can see some కంచి సిల్క్ శారీస్, కంచి పట్టు చీరలు, కంచి సిల్క్ శారీస్. దిస్ ఈజ్ దేర్ ఓన్ క్రియేషన్. దిస్ ఈజ్ దేర్ ఇంటలెక్చువల్ ప్రాపర్టీ. The property which is created by himself, created by himself. And this knowledge may be useful to only himself or to his entire family or to the society. So this knowledge may be useful to himself or a family or a society, but it is created by a person. That is comes under his intellectual property. He has all rights on his intellectual property. So this is known as intellectual property rights. Recently, a very good example I would like to give you is Anandaya Corona medicine. Did you heard it? Anandaya has prepared one medicine to corona, to cure the disease corona. If he get the patent right, any other Ayurvedic agency should not prepare this medicine. He can only prepare that medicine because of he has patent rights on that medicine only. Only Anandaya has patent right on this medicine. But unfortunately, by political influence, the patent rights were not given to him. So far, so far. In future, they may give or not give, we don't know. He is allowed to get patent rights or not, we don't know at present. But at present, the patent rights were not given. But another example, it is about 10 years back, I think, one Keralian, that is uh, some Ramar Pillai. Did you heard? Ramar Pillai prepared a fuel like petrol or diesel, which is the energy source for vehicles, with some extracts and juices of plant leaves. But we don't know what is that plant. What is that plant? We don't know. Because of this is his creation. This is his intellectual property. He never say what are those plants. Because this is created by himself. That will be his intellectual property. So properties are so many kinds. Your parental property or your grandfather's property or your own property, these are all comes under physical properties. But intellectual property is your brain. That will be your brain child. You have to create one wonderful new thing or new knowledge, or you can invent new goods. You can invent new goods which is useful to you, to your family, or the entire society, or to the nation. In the interest of society, you can create goods or you can create some knowledge that will become your intellectual property. Did you understand? So the article number 27 of Human Rights Declaration of India, article number 27 of Human Rights Declaration of India is declared that some of the knowledge comes under intellectual property rights. What are those? The first one is creation by a person. You can write it, creation by a person, or a knowledge which can protect the industrial and social interests. A knowledge which can protect industrial knowledge and society. Industrial use and society use. And also, and also artful, artful literature, artful literature and scientific publications. Scientific publications. So I have gave one example about this Piper beetle example, but by one madam, it comes under scientific publication. It comes under scientific publication. Then some other artful literature. What are artful literature? కళాత్మకమైనటువంటి సంస్కృతులు, కళాత్మకమైనటువంటి వాంగ్మయం. For example, some dramas. So one author will write a drama. So that drama, another author should not copy it. Should not copy it. So he has all rights on that drama because he has created that story, dialogues, and a drama. This is his intellectual property. So if you see one novels, if you have that habit of reading dramas and novels, in first page, soon after you take cover page, in first page, you can see all copyrights belongs to author. All copyrights belong to author. If anybody copy it, he is liable to legal action. దీన్ని ఎవరు కాపీ చేయకూడదు. ఒకవేళ చేసినట్లయితే న్యాయపరమైన చట్టబద్ధమైనటువంటి చర్యలకు లోనగుదురు అని ఒకటి రాసి ఉంటుంది. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా చూస్తే నావల్స్ కానీ, డ్రామా పుస్తకాలు కానీ, కథలు కానీ ఇలాంటివి చూసినట్లయితే దిస్ ఈజ్ దేర్ ఇంటలెక్చువల్ ప్రాపర్టీ. దట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇంటలెక్చువల్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, యండమూరి వీరేంద్రనాథ్ హ్యాస్ wrote one novel. So this same novel, same stories, others cannot be write. He has to write another story, another creation. The story writing is nothing but a creation. A cinema, you can see a cinema story is a creation. So it is owned by a story writer. One person will write the story and another person will give dialogues, and they will collectively work with using their intellect, but it is a product of their intellect. It is the product of their creation, so that it comes under intellectual property. Intellectual property. So intellectual property comes under a person owned by himself, by creation, or by knowledge, by acquire, but he has all the rights on that knowledge, so that it is said to be a intellectual property right to him. So the another important aspect is this intellectual property right should be statutory. It will become statutory. If this intellectual property right is become statutory, what's meant by statutory? It is legal boundaries with legal rules. Rules. This cannot be go outside. This cannot be go outside. Or on the other, this intellectual property rights provides or facilitate or to protect the knowledge of that people. Or the intellectual property rights will gives the protection. I will repeat it. The intellectual property rights will give the protection to the traditional knowledge or the creative knowledge or his own creation. So these property rights, when the intellectual property rights are statutory, it will gives the security and protection to that person. To that person means that who created or who owned this knowledge. So the intellectual property rights or statutory rights of intellectual property are essential to protect this knowledge or to secure this knowledge or to conserve this knowledge. Are you able to understand? So what is the need and necessity or objectives of intellectual property rights? What is the need and necessity of intellectual property right? The first one you can put a side heading. You can write it as objectives, need or necessity of IPR. These three are comes under one platform, one and same. What are these? The first one is it will encourage. That means it means IPR. IPR will encourage the knowledge in science and technology. That is the first objective and need and necessity of the IPR. If the science and technology, are you heard when and then in newspapers you can see. So the students of JNTU of Anantapuram, the students of JNTU Kakinada has prepared one machine so as to take water from seas or so as to purify the water from the purifying water of seawater, or some machine has invented by the group of students which is useful to know so and so. So this is their invention. If those students that those group of students, if those group of students are given this intellectual property right, they will be encouraged towards the science and technology. So the IPR will encourages the scientific community. IPR will encourages the scientific community in order to development of science and technology in the society. So that is the first objective. Did you understand? Did you understand? Ah, Muchi Anil Padma is there or not? అర్థమవుతుందా? వినిపిస్తే అర్థమవుతుంది. బ్రేక్‌గా వస్తే అర్థం కాదు. అంతే తేడా. అండ్ ది సెకండ్ వన్. ఏంటి సెకండ్ వన్? ది సెకండ్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఈస్ సో when we become statutory creations of an individual, it will facilitate to invent new creations. This is the second one. Are you able to understand? If a creator has invented a new creation, if we procure him, if we procure him the IPR rights, if we provide the IPR rights to a new invention of a person, it will be facilitated to further more inventions or further more creations by the same person. That is, we have to encourage him to provide or to provision of intellectual property rights to a person who has already created one new invention. It will be useful to create, and it will give him a new interests to create some more inventions in the future. So this is the second objective. And the third one is when the IPRs are provided to any industrial or to industries, it will give some new employment. If we provide, or the government, if the government is provided IPRs to an industry, that industry will give, or there will be a opportunity for new employment and job opportunities. When when the inventions are more in number in a particular industry, what will happen? The other human resources also invited. Human resources means the human, which has intellectual. The intellectual human beings are known as human resource. Your brain or brain of the human being is the human resource. So when the creations or new inventions are more, the government is encouraged with the human resources in an industry, automatically the number of employment opportunities and the number of jobs will be increased in a particular industry. So this is the third use and third objective of IPR. And the fourth one, ultimately, the IPRs will always useful to economic development of the nation. So these IPRs will useful as catalysts, or these will be act as catalysts. You know what is catalyst in chemical reactions? You have already known catalysts, or it will be useful as catalysts in the development of economy of a particular nation, when we create, when we provide, or the government will provide the intellectual property right, it will improve the economic status, economic conditions of the nation, of the country. So this IPR, the little bit of problem which is encountered with IPR is this IPR is giving in two ways. It is a person or group of person. So what we have discussed so far, such as a scientific publication or a patent rights or a artful literature. So this is not a big problem. But when we come to this tribal people, this is belongs to a group of tribal people. So whether the question arises that whether the IPR has to give a person or a group of persons. So when a tribal group, for example, a Savara group or a Jatapu group or any Kondadora group or Koya or Lambada or Gondu group, different group of tribals have different type of traditional knowledge. So when we give the IPR in group, it should be protected. It should be protected. Let me say, taking one example. For example, one one group of tribals have a certain customs or certain traditions or certain type of methods of cultivation or certain type of singings and playing musical instruments. These are all requires one IPR right, one intellectual property right. So under the umbrella of this intellectual property right, all the knowledge, customs, traditions, all the tradition knowledge has to protect of a certain group of tribals, has to protect under this act only. So that is the minor problem. When we give the intellectual property right, when we give the intellectual property right, we means the government has to give intellectual property right in order to protect one tribal group, it will be useful to them and it will be improve their economic conditions and it will be elevate their poverty and they become a civilized people. A civilized people. So that is the problem, and the government has to do this kind of arrangements. So you can write them. I have put a small paragraph here. That paragraph has to insert. I posted one paragraph early in the morning. Did you see or not? In the group I have put a small paragraph. It is extracted from my research article, which is very useful to you. Did you see or not? One should has to respond. పూర్ణచంద్ర చూసావా? ఏ చూసావా అది? ఇంకెవరు చూసి ఇంకెవరు చూశారు? So now you can write it. Example. And what is the problem? What is the problem encountered with the tribal people? When we provide the IPR, to a particular group of tribal people, when the government provides the particular group of tribal people, it has a little problems. Otherwise, it is the government is being provided the IPRs to a particular tribal group in order to elevate their poverty, and to improve their economic status, economy and economic status. But unfortunately, a little bit problems are being encountered. So now you can write it as the definition. What is intellectual property right, and what are the problems with intellectual property right when they are allotted to tribal groups? The definition of intellectual property right is the property. You can write the property which is created by which is created by one only one that should be owned by the person, that should be that should be owned by the person to develop himself, comma, family and society is an outcome of intellectual property rights. So this is the definition, and you can study what I have given morning, what I have posted in the group in the morning. You can take that one. The traditional cultures, you should not write only that definition. You write and hear me. So there are two basic issues which are associated with the IPRs when we give in groups. There are two basic issues. The one is the traditional culture throughout the world are more or less is endangered, and there is an urgent need to document it. The first one is, you can see, anywhere throughout the world, almost this traditional knowledge of tribal people is being endangered. Endangered means it is being extinct. It is invaginated. Also, I use another word. It is eclipsed. The knowledge of tribal people or traditional knowledge that is owned by the tribal people is almost all eclipsed in throughout the world, not only in India or in our district, throughout the world. Did you understand? This is the first problem. ఏమైంది? ఈ ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్ అంతా కూడా ఎక్లిప్స్డ్ అన్నాను. వాట్ ఈజ్ మెంట్ బై ఎక్లిప్స్డ్? గ్రహణం పట్టేసింది అనేది నా ఉద్దేశం. గ్రహణం పట్టడం అంటే ఏంటి? ఆ నాలెడ్జ్ అంతా కూడా పోతుంది. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ గ్రాడ్యువల్లీ these tribal people are accustomed or acclimatized to the modern societies. You can see, where are you see this aboriginal tribal people or the unknowledged tribal people, unaware tribal people? Now all the tribal people are aware, getting awareness. So they are eclipsed. They have gradually they are acclimatized. They are acclimatized to the modern societies. That means the traditional knowledge of tribal people is being endangered, or it is in the state of endangered. The traditional knowledge that was acquired by the tribal people is in the state of endangered. This is the first problem. And the second one is use of this knowledge with the compensation of the custodians. Okay, they have acquired this knowledge, so most of the knowledge is invested. So some of the knowledge as there, even the old generations has their knowledge. Even the old generations of tribal people have their own knowledge, but the benefits and the fruits of this knowledge are not reached to those people. These two are the problems. When these two are the problems, what are the solution for these two problems? The first solution for first problem is, what is the first problem? The knowledge is being eclipsed, or the knowledge is in the state of endangered, is the first problem. The solution for this first problem is, there is an urgent need to document and communication of the knowledge among the scientific community. You have to document the knowledge, otherwise the knowledge will endangered, or the knowledge will be extinct. So what is your duty, being a botanist, being an ethnobotanist? You have to document all this knowledge. You have to collect the first hand information of the knowledge. You have to collect the first hand information of the knowledge. First hand information means directly from tribal groups. You have to collect the first hand information directly from the tribal groups, and you have to document it. Then it has to communicate to scientific community. Then only this knowledge will be alive. Otherwise this knowledge will be goes waste. This is being eclipsed, or this is in endangered state. Then you will lose the valuable and unwritten traditional knowledge of the tribal people. If you want to preserve this knowledge, there is an urgent need to document by collection of first hand information from the tribal groups. So this is the solution for the first problem. And the second solution for the second problem is, what is the second solution? So this knowledge is compensation of the knowledge to the custodians. So the fruits of this knowledge should reach those tribal people only. But they are the real researchers. I have used this sentence previously. The tribals are the real researchers to invent or to create a new knowledge, and this is being copied by other local people and other civilized people, and they are using. But the fruits, the fruits and gains are not owned by themselves. Only knowledge is owned by themselves. అర్థమైందా? చీమలు పెట్టిన పుట్టలు పాములకి ఇరుకైనట్లు కష్టపడి చీమలు పుట్టలు పెడితే అందులో పాములు వచ్చి చక్కగా నివాసం ఉంటాయి. అలాగే ఈ ట్రెడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్ అంతా కూడా ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్ సంపాదిస్తూ ఉంటే, ఆ నాలెడ్జ్‌ని బయట వాళ్ళంటే ఎవరు? ది లోకల్ పీపుల్. ఇట్ మే బి ఎ లోకల్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఇట్ మే బి సమ్ ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్ కంపెనీస్ ఆర్ ఇట్ మే బి మెంబర్స్ ఆఫ్ సమ్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్. దే ఆర్ thefting. You know, the thefting of this kind of knowledge is termed as biopiracy. We have already studied yesterday about biopiracy. These are all one and all interlinked. So this knowledge is undergoing to biopiracy. This knowledge is undergoing to biopiracy. The fruits are not reached to them. The fruits are reached to bada boss and bada companies, bada industries, and other people. What we have to do? What is the solution for this? For this second type of problem? Urgently, immediately, government has to issue the intellectual property rights to those group of tribal people. When the people are given the intellectual property rights on that knowledge which was acquired by themselves, the knowledge will be protected, the knowledge will be saved, the knowledge will be conserved with them only. Ultimately the fruits will goes to them, ultimately the benefits will goes to them. So that for this instance, we have studied one example also in, in sharing of knowledge. In Kerala, one company, what is that company on this plant? What does plants? Trichopa xylanicus. This Trichopa xylanicus, this is the owned by Khasi tribe of Kerala. Khasi tribe of Keralians, this is the knowledge which was owned by the Khasi tribe. So the benefits, profits has to go to them. The percentage of property is going to them. Because the Trichopa xylanicus plant was invented by that tribe, Khasi tribe, which are inhabited in Kerala, and the uses of this Trichopa xylanicus was invented by those Khasi tribe. But this is prepared as a medicine with the name of Jevani, with the name of Jevani by Ayurveda Pharmacy Keralam, Ayurveda Pharmacy Keralam. So the revenue which is generated by this Jevani medicine by this Ayurveda Kerala medicine, some percentage of benefits will will uh, give will gives to that Kasi tribe, because this is their own knowledge, this is their intellectual property, this is their intellectual property, so that the benefits and profits has to reach them only, to reach those people only. So this is the this is the solution for second problem. This is the solution for second problem. But I will give a quotation. A patent for invention, you can write it, you can write it down. A patient, a patent, not patient, you should not write as patient. A patent, a patent for invention is the result of, is the result of inventive skill, inventive skill, inventive skill. We hope inventive skill, you can full stop there. And you write, we hope the government may provide the patent rights for the real researchers within the brackets tribals in bracket close only tribals is within the brackets in near future in near future. That's all. So what does it understand? Actually, a patent for invention is the result of inventive skill. Patent right అనేది ఏమిటి? It is the result of his own inventive skill. So that all the patent right has to give those tribal people which are real researchers in the field. We hope it will be happen by the government, and it will support to the tribal people in near future. This is my opinion. These two sentences have been obtained my research work. So this is the general concept of IPR. There is some history and acts which are belongs to this IPR. When this IPR rights have came into light by the government, actually, when this IPR rights have came into light, in which year and which year they are came into force, actually, and in which year they have amended again again they have amended these rights, and what are the patents rights which are being enforcing in India at present, in which fields this IPR is being adopted and enforcing. All those things, there is a short notes, again a small short notes is there. It will takes one not 1 hour, but it will takes half an hour, so on. But I want to conclude with his. We will continue the next items. That's only chronological history of this intellectual property rights. Chronologically, when it was identified, when the intellectual property rights have came into light, when it was came into force, when it was amended, what domains or what fields are comes under the platform or comes under the umbrella of this IPR, all those things. This will be teach in the next class. Did you understand? Shall we stop with here? Can we stop here? The last quotation, did you all of you have written that one? All of you have wrote that or not? రాసుకున్నారు కదా? Okay, good. It's good. Did one of you can read out? Anyone can read out? I have some doubt. Who will study out? Who will read out? I want to know. If you, చదువుతావా? చదువు. పద్మ చదువు. Read out. If you are, if, right. A patent. Yes. We hope. Hmm. Huh. Huh. Okay, good. Very good. Where are you? In house only? In house only? Chat work వచ్చావు. But some voice is there by children. Who is that children? Shall I know? ఎవరో ఆడుతున్నారా? మీ పిల్లలు కారా? మీ ఇంట్లో పిల్లలు కాదా? గుడ్. గుడ్. ఓకే. ఇట్స్ ఓకే. దెన్